What's going on, family? We right here in the spot, man. Let's get this thing right, man. You know we doing the after show and we right here. Black African Power family, man. We want to have a little discussion about the after show. I don't know what they think they doing, where they at, but yeah, this is what we doing. And we here. We in the building, man. Let me drop this link right here. Get that going and see what it is, man. This is people pop up in here. Y'all got the link, man. Yeah, so you know what it is, man. Brother Jabari, Sister Christina, Nick on the hot seat, man. We're gonna continue that conversation, man. Yeah, Black African Power. And y'all know what it is, man. So we're gonna be in here. We're gonna finish it off, man. I felt like, you know, the sister did a great job. I think Jabari did his normal thing. You know what I'm saying? I see you, Wisdom 7. What's good with you? Y'all in the building, man. I don't want to take too long. I want them to jump in, man. Welcome, Mr. Jabari on here. Let me get the sister Christine in here first. There you go, sis. How you doing? Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm doing well. I appreciate it. I think we had a good night. And
Yeah.
I just want people to know that I'm not closing out. I just want to say this a little bit. I want y'all to know that, you know, I just wanted to come on and ask him some questions. I told Sonetta specifically that I'm not putting the brother on the hot seat yet. So I did tell him that. But, you know, I just want to ask some questions. And I think it was all good. I appreciate you. That's it. That's all I was saying. I'm not closing out, just talking.
Okay. Yeah. How you doing, Jabari? Welcome on the channel, man. I appreciate your work too, bro. You know that.
How are you? Good to see you again.
You train them up a little bit. You know how it go, man. I think she there though. I think, yeah, I don't know. I got good eyes. I think you know what I'm saying? We know there's levels to it, but man, I think by tomorrow, yo, did she learn fast? I'm saying look, I'm saying, man, look. Same thing you did today, you ain't gonna be able to get it tomorrow.
all I gotta say is, I'm hoping that more of us do more research into the ancient African traditions.
Okay.
I think there are many of us who speak ill of them. They're not familiar with them, and then they have opinions. And I don't know how you develop an opinion without an analysis, without reading it. So that's the challenge that I have. And I hope that tonight we've gotten to the point where more folks will read, more folks will come to an understanding, so they can have a position that is supported. Right?
Absolutely.
Hopefully what we'll be able to do.
Hey, I'm not trying to tell you how to run the show, but just allow them to close out. They ain't got to stay long.
The only thing I would ask from Jabari, what he just said, just include Hebrew or Judaism and Christianity in that ancient African tradition, and just show love to all of them. I don't hear you talking about any other ancient traditions besides Kemet. So
because Christianity is not ancient.
It is.
It's not. It's not.
we can do the Judaism then, Sonetta, if that makes you feel better.
So you know that's your first step, though.
Christina, I'm gonna tell you, I ain't gonna lie. I was trying to tell Jabari. I said, Jabari, this sister is raw. She tough, brother.
She raw, yo.
Trying to knock you off your square.
You hear me? And I was freestyling.
But Jabari handed you with kid gloves on. Jabari handed you with kid gloves, and he, hopefully you learn from it.
I honestly believe that when we talk about the African traditions, we're talking about traditions that were practiced on the African continent.
Yes, sir.
That have their origin on the African continent. And if you want me to recognize Judaism and Christianity as an African tradition, then you have to recognize that they come from the Kemetic tradition. If you're willing to do that,
all of Africa is not Kemet.
I'm not finished.
Okay.
If you're willing to do that, then I'm willing to do the other. You can't have it too. They want us to follow a tradition that comes from outside of Africa and call it African, but then when I say it is based on an African tradition, they want to disagree with that too.
Let me tell you the contradiction that you do, Jabari. You want to say it's the white man's religion, and then say it comes from.
I'm not finished speaking.
You want to say it's the white man? Okay.
Hold on, Christina. Let him go. I got you, Christina. I got you. Go ahead, Jabari.
So it's really important for us to recognize that there's a logic to this. But I can show you that things come from an African mindset, when the archetypes are present in Africa, when the books, there are sections of books that were written by Africans, indubitably written by Africans, that are in that later text. This should allow Christians to be empowered. But because many are practicing, not all, but many are practicing the tradition as given to us by those who bore the whip on our backs. They don't view it that way. They think that me saying that the tradition has its origins in Africa through an older African tradition is an insult. And that's the part that's really problematic for me.
Well, let me say this. Hold on, Christina. I'm gonna let you get it. Hold on.
Okay.
I think that
real quick. So, I feel like it's an interesting
Go ahead,
conversation. There's bits and pieces that I agree and disagree with y'all. Y'all already know that. And, I'm definitely a skeptic. So what I will say is that, Christina, as you get back and forth with the bros and the sisters that you debate back and forth with, you're going to start to learn that you're going to have to develop like a slider. You come with all the heat. At a certain point, you're going to have to change up gears. Jabari going to knock that shit out the park. You got to change up on him a little bit, right? And he got you in a walking contradiction mode right now. You can't say that Christianity is African, but yet you don't want to agree to the custom and traditions borrowed from there. You know what I'm saying? Like they in close. Hold, let me finish. Okay. We know they're in close proximity, right? At different times, right? I did a whole video on it. Go check it out, right? But the point I want to make is, I'm saying that through my understanding that Judaism, Christianity, Islam is actually a treaties against African culture, and Christianity can stand on its own. You don't need Africa for your Christianity to beat these guys. Trust me, that's the little crack in your foundation. I just wanted to give you that. Yes, you can, sister.
Okay, is African religion or tradition, is it of one nation?
No such thing as that. Okay. Absolutely not.
So is it not a conflation when Jabari makes Kemet the African tradition that is taken from? Can not come from a various amount, but he's making it Kemet, which shows that he's disingenuous. He's not making it Kush or Ethiopia. He's not making it any other tradition but Kemet, and that's where his fault is. And then his walking contradiction is that it's from the white slave master, but it can't be from both the slave master and Kemet.
All right, everybody freeze right there. Stop right there. Stop. Don't say it, Christina. Stop. 1 minute. Stop.
Does that make sense?
Hey, hold on. Yes, I got you. So, Sarnetta, you're going to have to put these two in the ring, though. I don't want to answer that. I'm telling you, she's going to make adjustments. Jabari, we know Jabari is the champ, right? You say he under the Mayweather, but the sister going to slap him. Hey, Jabari, listen. Right, Hey, Jabari, I think you'll have fun with this. You know, Christina, I had a little fun with Christina. I realized, let me tell you something, Jabari. When I was talking to Christina, I had to immediately take off the gloves. You ever had a girlfriend that you play with slap boxing? I'm like, yeah, I got her. And you playing, you keep that left hand down low, and she reach you with the left. Pow, you like, oh, she got lucky. And you playing, she pow, you like, oh. Then you realize I'm gonna put both my damn hands up. Shorty, quick. She might be a female. Listen, hey, Jabari, I think that'll be a good discussion between y'all two. I don't know about a debate, but I think y'all can have a good formal. I think it'll be fun. I think she'll surprise you. I know you're gonna get your thing off, but I feel like she'll surprise you, yo.
Listen, I have no problem talking to her. I mean, the reality is that while she was disrespectful, I've dealt with people who are more disrespectful than her.
Like me.
Than her. And the reality is, while I have played with ladies that know how to punch, there were no punches tonight. If you look closely, she's shadowboxing in the corner and taking abuse to the back of her head. She has answered she asked me questions and then answered nothing.
Which one she ain't answered? We're gonna make an answer now. She got you with the Book of the Dead, though. That's definitely, yeah, come on, yo. That's definitely something dealing with dead people. She got you. That was a good one.
Wait, that's not what listen, I want you to understand what.
All right, go ahead. All right, go ahead.
We're not saying that the Rayupert and Maruangir are not mortuary ceremonies. I said that.
Okay, what you
I
saying?
said that.
What you saying?
But what she's implying, and I know you hear the implication. Don't let her slide so easily. What she's implying is that the people who were alive had no access to the tradition. It is just something for dead people to read. That's ridiculous. Who would have written it? A dead person would have written it? Who would have read
Hold on, say it again, Jabari. She said it's for dead people to read.
Listen, you're too fast for this.
No, go ahead. No, you saying no, ain't nobody reading it. It's in the daggone tomb. Nobody gonna read that.
Listen, first of all, what she's trying.
It's meant for dead people in the afterlife. We'll stop playing games. I'm gonna be quiet because I don't want y'all to say JJ talking out of turn.
It's not time for you to speak.
I know.
Yeah, hold on. I got you, JJ. You next. Go ahead, Jabari.
Understand what she's saying.
What's she saying?
To the words and not following the meaning.
All right, go ahead. What's she saying? Go ahead.
Is because this text was one that was used in funerary status.
Okay.
That it has nothing to do, it has no relevance to people who are alive. That's a ridiculous comment.
Okay, hold on, freeze. Stop right there. Stop right there. Jabari, last time I checked, it absolutely has nothing to do with living people. It was buried. Nobody was supposed to actually find that and read that. That was strictly for the soul going to the afterlife. To help them in the afterlife. That's why they put, hold on, real quick. So that's why they put they in those graves, they put bees, they put sacrificed animals. Huh?
If it is simply for the dead,
no, you gotta let me finish. Don't cut me off. We having a discussion. Come on, Jabari, listen. I promise you, bro. This is what I do right here. I do the archaeology. They put goats in there. Listen, they put goats in there. They put cattle in there. Listen, goats, cattle. Then they also put chopped up cuts of meat in there on top of pots. You know, if you understand traditional African spirituality, you know what the pot is, right? Yo, they do all that, but and hold on. In ancient times, they put bodies in there. People were sacrificed for the pharaoh. That's real. So what I'm saying, why they do all this? They did it for the one of the oldest customary traditions in the Nile Valley, and that is the afterlife, bro.
I say this to you.
So hold on, they don't got nothing to do with living people though, Jabari.
Wait. Let me say this. First of all, I'm gonna excoriate Sonnetter for a minute because he just flipped the script on me.
No, I don't want to do it. I want you to go with JJ. I'm gonna get off you. I don't want to get on you. I don't.
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna let you make the last comment on that.
He shifted to the point where someone I routinely spar with is now the moderator.
No, I'm not. I know, but I'm not doing it. You're right. You make a good point. Absolutely.
He did not ask me.
You're right.
Now, that is shifty, and I'm not.
You're right. No, it's not shifty. We're gonna stop that. He didn't do it. It wasn't him.
What we are suggesting is that the living had no access to the ideas in the Rayu Person Haru Ger.
That's not what she said.
That is what she's in.
Nah, bro, come on, man. I'm on your side, though, Jabari, more than her side.
Are you telling me this is the most ridiculous argument I've ever heard?
I mean, why? It's called the coffin text.
Hold on for a minute. Hey, yo. Number one, all y'all supposed to be doing is just closing out.
Yeah, we closing out. Yeah, you're right, Jabari. I don't want to be shifty. Sonnetter didn't do that to you.
Sonnetter is you slid me in here.
No, go ahead. Why are you getting jumpy, Jabari? Come on, Jabari. It wasn't that. No, it's not him. It's me.
You don't understand what's going on, Jabari.
Yeah,
so I'll tell you, Jabari, if you think it's an underhand, no.
Yeah, you can't cry, Jabari.
Listen, Jabari, listen for a minute, man.
Underhand. Listen. You did something underhanded.
Right, but hear me out. All I'm doing is promoting my Sonnetter University channel so it can get bigger. That's all. That's why I came over here too.
I get that. And
so I know you and Christine come over, the people gonna follow y'all. And we get it in. We got 400 something people in. Simple as that. It ain't got no underhand stuff to do with
nothing. It didn't, bro.
You're not. I'm not saying you did something underhanded. I'm saying I'm your brother and I'm a guest.
That's why I said just come close out. Nothing else. That's all y'all supposed to been doing is closing out.
Inform me what you're doing, and you did not. That's what I'm.
Okay.
Oh, come on,
Okay.
Jabari.
Got me on-
Jabari,
All right,
you can't make it more than what it
And I
is.
quote,
That's
he
the
called
issue.
you shifty.
Go ahead, Christine.
I know. Say that again. Say that again, Christina.
Called you shifty.
He called me what? Say it again.
Shifty.
This is the issue. This is the issue.
Slithery, slimy.
What? And I have no problem with you building your channel. You are my man. I want you to build your channel. I want your channel to be strong.
You just don't want me to do 100, Jabari.
I'm saying, Ankh and I have argued for years, and you just stuck. I didn't know that this was going to happen like this.
It didn't. That's why I'm stopping,
Why
Jabari.
you supposed to just close out?
Correct.
So let me
That's
see.
it, man.
So then
And
you
you close out, Jabari. It's gonna be okay.
So then you have to know what happened. Because I'm not the one that started by saying she's gonna slap him. That's what he said. I was
It's the truth.
Jabari, I'm getting ready to play the violin music, bro.
I could be wrong.
Hey, Jabari, she beat you up, man. It's gonna be okay. Lick your wound and come back.
And I want you to hear really what the point is here. The past how this happened, right?
All right, go ahead.
The point is that the ideas that are accessed in the Rayu Perta Gurungir
Mhm.
are ideas that were alive amongst people who were alive. By the way, you should know that this is going to just kill this argument. I don't even know why we're having it. The books that were written during the time the person was alive. They weren't written when they were dead. That person had the copy of the book before it went into their tomb.
Oh yeah, you gotta find that. It's an obituary, though, Jabari.
Show it to you.
It's actually an obituary, and it is.
Listen.
But I'm gonna go on with Christina. Go ahead, Christina.
Jabari, all I need you to do right now is close out, brother.
Yeah, close out, Mr. Jabari. I apologize, brother.
Close out, Jabari. It's gonna be okay.
Hold on, JJ, stop. Listen, I don't want to leave you in a hostile environment.
Yeah, don't leave you over here, Jabari. Not with me, Jabari. Not tonight, Jabari.
And you didn't even tell me what was happening. Sanada, I'm your brother. You need to do better.
Really? Oh, man, don't let him make you feel bad, Sanada. Jabari know he in good company.
Text me. You didn't do that.
Ah, man, stop it. Close out,
He
Jabari.
just doing that because I'm on the panel.
I ain't worried about you.
Chill, man. Damn.
Hold on. Sanada's my brother. He knows that even if I mifted him for a moment,
I'm not your brother, Jabari.
you're my brother, but you know, we have a relationship on. You know that.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat you up relationship, but we good. We still good.
But you understand what I'm saying, though?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
But you know, we all friends at the end of the day. When I come to New York, we going to get something to eat. That's the truth.
We'll see if that's the case. I don't know.
No, what you think? I'm gonna beat you up and take your money, Jabari?
I don't know. But anyway.
See, you see. So hold on, ladies and gentlemen, everybody knows. So it's Jabari. It ain't me.
I would have no problem breaking bread with you.
Thank you, brother.
For the fifth time, brother Jabari.
Yeah, close out, Jabari.
Brother. I won't do that again, brother. That's it.
Let me know what's happening, and I'm
all right.
So this is the situation. I want us to understand that tonight we heard someone have a lot of opinions about something that they have never studied. It is almost like me telling you what is in my neighbor's refrigerator. Well, I've never stepped in their house and I've never opened their front door, much less their refrigerator door. It's problematic. We need to get to a point where we're able to study these things and have an informed opinion. That's the problem that we have. We're bigging someone up who does not have an informed opinion. And I know very well that she's a queen. I know that, and I know she's articulate, but you would not, if she was a man, you would not allow her to slide like this. Stop it. You got to read what you're talking about. If
Christina need the StreamYard link again. Put it in the chat.
Put it right there.
In a debate about whether Kemet is the origin of Christianity is what is the pyramid text? What is the Book of the Dead? Right off the bat, you should say, why are you in this conversation if you don't know what it is? That's problematic. So I just want to say to you tonight, folks, I want to be clear that there's some things that you need to ask our sister very clearly. You need to ask her to support her argument that leaving something in the casket of your belly is a common idiom. She needs to support that. This is Sanetta's channel. Sonetta's channel. That's not a slight to you, Ankh. I know you know.
Yeah, it sound like you hating a little bit.
I said it. I heard
Little,
that.
little
Yeah,
hater
you heard the
racing
hate.
going
Yo,
on.
Now I'm playing
let
with
him
you, Jabari. We
close
good.
out.
Go ahead, Jabari.
Let him close out, man.
It was not meant as a slight.
I know, man. Go ahead. I ain't sensitive, Jabari. You good. Go ahead.
Ankh, all the folks that know the House of Consciousness, including you, Ankh. It wasn't meant to be a slight. That's why
I know. You good.
I had to clean it up because I was like, he gonna think I'm insult. It wasn't meant to be an insult.
Nah, he the godfather, yo. I'm the underboss, though. He definitely the godfather.
This environment,
Uh-huh.
in this environment, you
Yeah.
should work with sources. In this environment, you should support your positions. If you don't do those things, then this is not the environment that you're supposed to be in. How in the world can you say that one of the things that I showed you from a scholarly text, from 3 scholarly texts, is simply an idiom? Well, show us how it is an idiom. Didn't show that. Did not show that. We also know that in the course of this discussion, we are told that the Bible must be African. No one on this panel has addressed the fact that the New Testament, most of the New Testament, is written by Paul, who is from Tarsus. Ankh, I know you know.
Why are you not investing in tax liens? No, seriously. Why are you not investing into one of the most incredible real estate strategies that's the most passive and creates the highest rate of return? Now, I bet you're thinking, Brian, I don't even know what that is. And even if I did, I don't know how to do it. I want to show you why I got involved in tax lien certificates. And we're coming to your area to teach a free class. So we won't get into all the specifics, but I want to show you 5 things I want to go over just quickly with you. The first thing about tax liens is it doesn't take a lot of money. We've had students start out with just a couple $100s, and we've had students create their portfolios or scale their portfolios into 7 and 8 digits over the course of a couple years. The second one is, how do I find these tax lien certificates? Now, here's the great part. Most counties across the United States sell tax lien certificates right on their website. We'll show you how to find them at our free training. You can do it right from your own house. The third one is, this is the safest place I have found to get double-digit rates of return. See, most investors, think about yourself right now, think about what you're investing in, are happy to get 5 to 6% on their returns. It's what most of our country is doing. The reason that this strategy is so powerful is because the government mandates these returns. On average, we get 15, 16%, but there are some states where you can get a 25 to 30% mandated return, mandated by the government. It's not me, it's not the company, it's the government mandating a double-digit rate of return. Fourth, there's really only 2 outcomes when you invest in tax lien certificates. You get a double-digit rate of return mandated by the government, or you have the right to acquire that property for a fraction of the value. Now, I've been investing almost 20 years now, and I have not found an investment where the worst case scenario ends up being more profitable than the best case scenario. Just think about that for a second. It's why I think it's the safest and the least amount of risk of any investment I've ever seen. Now, the 5th one is that scalability. Doesn't matter where you start. Over the last 15 years, I've taught probably 40,000 investors how to buy different types of real estate. And I've never seen anything like this. You can start for a couple $100s, and then you can scale to 7 and 8 figures. Now, as a bonus, and this is probably my favorite part right here, is I get this question all the time. And I love this question. They say, Brian, if I make so much money in tax lien certificates, it creates a new problem. If I make that much money, I'm gonna have to pay a lot in taxes. To which I always respond, man, isn't that a great problem? You're complaining that you're making enough money that you have to pay a lot in taxes. Like, that's a good problem to have. But in reality, I'm gonna show you how to mitigate that. Because one of the things that most people won't tell you is that you can actually buy tax lien certificates in your retirement account. See, if you buy tax lien certificates in your retirement account, you get the same tax savings as whatever it is you're investing with right now. You'll get those same tax savings with a tax lien certificate, but the difference, instead of getting that miserable 2 to 3% rate of return that you're getting right now, you're getting the same tax benefits, but you're getting those state-mandated double-digit rates of return. So that's what I'm gonna invite you to do. Right below, there's a link. That link right there will register you and a friend. So you have 2 tickets to the upcoming free class. So I want you to click that link, get your tickets, and we'll see you there.
This, you have to hold them accountable too, Ankh. Even though you and I be beefing, you gotta say, now listen, y'all gotta respond to that. No response.
Yeah, he's right, Ankh. He's right.
I don't go that deep into Christianity. I kill him with the archaeology. I don't do all that.
In Turkey.
I don't know. In Turkey, okay. That's Turkey. Go ahead.
So Paul is from Turkey. How are we trying to say that Paul is an African?
I don't know.
That's a problem. That's a problem. And I haven't heard anyone respond to that. I also want you to hear that our sister thought that there are only 5 verses from the Menemo that compare with Proverbs. She's saying that because I just showed her 5. Did she think I was going to show her all of them? This is not a class. It's supposed to be a conversation. Read the article. Just read the article so you can have an informed position. That was not an informed position.
Right, right.
For over 100 years, scholars have been studying this. And for at least the last 50 years, they have acknowledged that the Bible has sections that come from earlier traditions and from the Kemetic tradition. I think that we have to some of the stuff that we're saying, because we can have a debate on things, but we have to say things that are ostensibly true. You can't just make your own facts. If you're gonna make your own facts, then I mean, what are we discussing, right? You have to support your positions in something that is tangible. Remember, only one of us, the person who was asked to be here, is the one that showed you sources. The person that asked the other person to be here had no sources, not a one. Not a one. That's what I call freestyle. That might work if you're on MTV. That's not supposed to work when you're on Sonetter's platform with these veritable scholars. I'm going to tell you that if I was having this argument with Ankh, and we might have this argument, if I was having this argument with Ankh would have sources. I would have to fight his sources. I know that about him because he's not going to play like that. We can't now allow someone that's a new jack come in and not show us anything. Zero. Stop it. Y'all gotta stop it.
All right, come on, Jabari, let's go, man. All right, Jabari, with that, come on, let's go.
Let me say, you're not gonna stop.
JJ,
brought me on.
Don't be disrespectful, brother JJ, please, brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute him out over here.
Drop the knowledge, but don't be crazy.
Yeah, I'm saying, why did I get a disclosure?
Because you talking in the middle of Jabari talking. You know, we got rules and regulations over here. You know that. Come on, go ahead, Jabari.
But you came on my platform and you talked all you want.
Stop.
Oh, man.
No, I'm talking.
I'm going to continue to say this. When you have voices and you have all of the voices from one side and one voice from one side, that you can't just say everyone gets a chance to talk. What you're doing is you're actually over correcting for someone. Did you look at the people that were in the room when we were last there? Chris was there and Chris left. Everybody else was going to be someone who was going to argue this. So you can't then think I'm going to speak as long as my opponent, because everyone else is talking about, is sharing what she's sharing. I'm talking about how this is done. Anyway, folks, I'm always honored to speak to Sonetter, the Sonetter TV Studios family. Y'all, one of the most astute communities online that exists. And so I'm honored to be here with you for the hours that we've been on. We've been on like 4 hours, y'all. And I want you all to do your work, do your research, so we can have a higher discussion. Peace.
All right, brother Jabari, man, I appreciate you stopping over at You know, Sarnetta University, man, maybe sometimes you'll come through, teach a class show, and I won't be on you. You got to check the style out I'm bringing over here now. We good. We know where we at, man. We combatants in the ring some time to time with different issues, yo. But everybody know, yo, you my brother, man. You know, I go hard, you go hard. But, you know, people, you know, act like I don't like you. It's not that I don't like you. Certain things I don't appreciate, just like it's certain things you don't appreciate about me. I'm not going to let off the gas on that. And you're not going to let off the gas on that. But at the end of the day, yo, we're not getting together, fighting, disrespecting each other's family. We've never done that. People think I just don't like you. I just don't agree with some of the things you say. And that should be okay. That's actually a healthy environment. This community is not used to people disagreeing and still be healthy. Like in the chat, they said, I'm a hater. Wait a minute. I'm not a hater. I'm a goddamn participator. Like Young Furrow, he did a great marketing job over his career, right? You think I hate that? No, I want to make sure that I can at least catch up with that. So I never hate. I'm a participator. Where you at, Christina? Go ahead, jump in here. What's
Close
up?
us out. Close
Well,
us
I have
out.
to say
Close us
this.
out.
Okay, so I want to say this first and foremost, that every time I come on, does not hold back on me. Just want that to be said. And y'all can't be trying to lambaste the man, Jabari, and scathe the man for giving an authentic answer, because he's being real. He has no reason to manipulate. So I just want that to be said. It sounds like you're whining, like you've been doing all night. You gave us one source. Hold on. You do the debate, and you called Sarnetta shifty, but you've been shifting all night. You've been shape-shifting all night long. First and foremost, you did not answer the book. The Gospels is the question I asked you. And where is the tenets of Christianity from the Gospels? Where is that in Kemet? You took us to Proverbs that has nothing to do with the Gospels. It's ancient wisdom literature that you're actually studying, and a scholar, Michael V. Fox, he actually has your position. That makes no sense. And so you presented one source from a rabbi who studies Egyptology that you're already studying for your own purposes and trying to act like you got your scholarship up. Brother, you are pseudo. And that's what I do not respect. And if you want me to get disrespectful, I will read you to filth. I will show you disrespect, because what I did was not disrespectful. If I was you, I would have saved myself the tens of thousands of dollars in debt, all the time that you invested, and the lies, because you only been Christian for 1 year. By your own admittance, you were Christian for a hot year. That does not make you a scholar. That does not make you give you conviction.
All right, Christina, that's your brother. He ain't be like that to you. Come on,
Okay,
stop.
all right. So let me say this. I'm gonna keep it to the.
Nah, don't let loose. Don't let loose,
Jabari.
So I want to say this.
You know that I've been
Nah,
nice.
Christina, come on.
Finish, guys.
No, we got to keep it clean, Christina. Come on now.
It's all right. I'm gonna keep it clean. So what I'm saying is, and this is what he said earlier. I'm sorry. I know ad homs with that, but I'm gonna say this. He did not deal with Mark. He did not show me one thing in Mark that was copied. He did not answer. How did Christianity get in Egypt? Never answered that. When I said that Christianity, that Western European Christianity came from Africa, right? He took us to Paul about the Bible, but did not address how it was spread to Europe. So that's the bait and switch and the shiftiness that he does and the pseudo things that he does. And if he's really on his level and on his game, even if I didn't bring a source, if you Google belly idioms, the first idiom that comes up is cast iron stomach, as Apostle said off top of his head. So I just want to show you, and we showed it to you. Apostle came on and body bagged him on the idioms, because it's not scholarship. What he's doing is, he's trying to take a pseudo superiority over you guys, acting like we are ignorant and like we don't see the holes in his position. So I'm gonna land with this. If he really thinks he's a formidable foe, if I freestyled and bodied him tonight with my questions off of my ignorance and still gave him work where he's sweating like Jesus was in the Garden of Gethsemane, I'm trying to tell you, I will debate him on the African origins of Western Christianity. I will debate him on Jesus being Yahweh, the creator. I will debate him on the Bible over the book of the dead, the coming forth from day to night. I will debate him on any of those topics. I will debate him on the history of slavery, being the white man and the white man. So however he wants to do it, he can sit there on his high horse and act like he has an intellectual superiority, which was shown tonight, that you got freestyled on a person who don't even know as extensive, don't have 40 years. I don't have 40 years, but I body bagged you in a night on a freestyle, my brother. Source up. Let's do it. I promise you.
And we got the book that we're going to shut them down. I'm going to read it. So
that's it. And I'm done.
You shut your punk ass up.
So, okay, so I like that. Hey, over here, Sarnetta, you can't save Jabari.
Most people have no clue that in 2023, the best way to make money from Amazon is not with physical products. It's with Amazon's other company, Audible, combined with some really cool AI automation. Audible now sends me royalties every single month, and I'm not the only one. People like Katrina and Carla, Elena, Renee are all boosting their income using the same AI-powered system. And the best part is how user-friendly it is. You're not buying merchandise, you're not storing merchandise, and you're not shipping any merchandise. And you need zero tech skills to get started because the AI handles that for us. Now, I wish I could say I'm the genius who discovered this method, but I'm not. I just learned everything I know from the Mickelson twins. I watched their free training, the same free training that's linked below. Wouldn't it be cool to find out you could too? All you need to do is click the link and it'll take you to a free workshop where you'll see the same 4-step process that we're all using to tap into this emerging market. You'll also see how to use the latest AI apps to automate much of this process. The reason so many people are doing so well with this is because hardly anyone knows about it yet. Look, you could just ignore this because it's an ad, or you can click the link below and find out why this 4-step process is helping so many people and how it could help you too. And just by clicking the link and watching the short training today, you're going to get 2 free bonuses that aren't available anywhere else. So click the link to claim your bonuses and get on the ground floor of this opportunity for a home-based business that's largely automated by AI.
What if it's easier to take down a 30, 50, or even 100-unit apartment complex than it is 2 or 3 single-family rentals? Well, our team literally just took down 2 deals in today's market that netted over $3 million in equity within 18 months, using 0 of our own cash out of pocket. Okay, so what's the problem right now? Most investors feel intimidated by these big deals, big apartments, commercial real estate deals, because they feel like they don't have the resources, or they don't have the credit, or they don't have, maybe they don't even feel like they can get the deal because they think these institutional guys are going to come through and just wipe it all away and take up all the good stuff. Well, it may be that there's more paperwork involved, more knowledge needed, more experience, whatever, more money needed. But it really is just one transaction versus many transactions. And my partner and I actually just did a free training. We break down the 4 steps needed to take these big deals down, even as a beginner, okay? Or maybe just a small time investor. The first one being how to generate off-market deal flow, how to generate deals that the institutional guys can't get to because they're yours. You're finding the off-market deals. And then number 2, how to set up your syndication properly. And number 3, how to fund these deals, how to get the funds, how to get cheaper financing. And number 4, how to up-level your market, how to up-level your network to skip the rookie mistakes that most people make and to actually make this thing passive. Learn how to streamline the management so you can be passive in the deal. If that sounds like a deal to you, if you'd like to learn how to do all of that and be walked step by step how to take down an apartment complex in the next 12 months and have your own apartment, we would love to invite you. We are actually a group of faith-based.
Jabari did a great job of throwing shots at the sister. He's just an expert at throwing shots. He's a little more raw, but you know, like my little kid, the little kid know the Book of the Dead. That was a good shot he threw. He buckled her a little bit. She come back. I like they two conversations, man. Look at Jabari. He over there. Look at Jabari.
She just told me to source up on.
She told you to source up. She forgot the shut up part.
One rabbi.
He didn't show nothing. I showed
one rabbi that agrees with you, brother.
Hold on, Chris. What is that question we asked? You asked Christina that she didn't ask Jabari.
Books,
Jabari, what is the question that she did not answer?
Jabari, let's go. Let's go. It's over, man. You close out.
Jabari, but what is that question, Jabari? Did you ask and she didn't answer?
We'll come up with a date and see what's up in the title.
Sure. Where does she live? Does she live in nearby? Because it'd be cool to have an in-person debate.
I'll come to you, Jabari.
Ooh, they gonna get you the money on that.
I'll fly in for you, brother.
Let's do it in Harlem.
I'll do it. I'll come.
I want people to notice that you're wearing Depends when you come in the ring with me. Now that's a shot.
I'll come. I'm coming.
And run, Jabari.
I'm coming in my kid car.
That's a shot.
I'm coming in.
Damn, Jabari.
Something wrong with Jabari. Oh, that was funny. You said you wear pants.
Jabari, come on, let's go, man. I'm scared to leave you over here, bro.
Yeah, don't leave him over here. You can call Christina. Oh, yo,
Come on, Jabari. I'm scared to leave you over here, bro.
Hey, what the hell is wrong with Jabari? Jabari said that lady wearing Depends.
It's rough over here.
Hey, you gonna think I'm wearing?
You're wrong. You're wrong with that, Jabari.
Oh man,
Goodness. Woo.
Yeah, y'all funny.
It's all in fun, though.
Hey, that's not the
All right, we out. Jabari, come on. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, Jabari, man. Appreciate you, man. We're gonna keep rocking over here, man. I know everybody got an opinion. You done, Jabari, man. Appreciate you, bro.
I didn't want him to leave before I read this.
Are other folks talking, or we done?
No, I ain't done. I'm still jamming. I ain't done, Jesus.
JJ wants to come at you a little bit, Jabari.
No, I'm just gonna read something to him.
Go ahead, read
The
that.
Legend of Osiris.
Go ahead,
right?
read that.
This is in the Book of the Dead.
JJ bought a book.
OJ.
I'm speaking. Hold on. EA Wallace Budge, right? You said you deal with him. I'm cool with him too. But this says the chief. This is the Legend of Osiris. I'm gonna read you two lines, and I'm gonna be quiet because this gonna tackle two things. It says the chief features of the Egyptian religion remain unchanged from the 5th to the 6th dynasties down to the period when the Egyptians embraced Christianity after the preaching of Saint Mark, the apostle of Alexandria. So that means to tell me Christianity only came to Egypt by one of Christ's disciples or apostles. You understand? See, this is coming from your book. See,
that's my.
I wasn't done. Let me wrap it up. I know JJ only get 30 seconds to speak because I hit him with bomb. So now give me a bomb. Get 7,000 bomb, man. Because see, this shut down what Chris Harris is talking about. Chris Harris, let me tell you one more time. Hold on, Sarnetta. It said the Legend of Osiris. Y'all can go pick this book up at any Books and Nobles, Barnes and Nobles. You know what I'm talking about. But Jabari, you got this book. You didn't tell me about this on page. Let me see here. I ain't got my glasses on. But hey, Sister Christina, you did a marvelous job, sister. I think me and you will be a great team. I'm gonna have to holler at you after the show.
Oh man.
But anyway, hey, you're fine, sister. I don't know what he's talking about. I can put you. Hey, you can work with 7,000. I see you, girl. Anyway, look, the Legend of Osiris, Sarnetta. I got him. Well, I'm gonna close the book because these guys ain't been opening it up. I'm gonna close it for now, man. But hey, great show, Sister Christina. Hey, I like what you're doing. Keep that energy, girl. Hey,
all I have to say is
it's all good. Go ahead, Jabari. I'm gonna be quiet.
Bring that to our discussion. Just go ahead. I'm just our discussion.
Yeah, you know we're supposed to be having one. I don't debate no more, so I'm glad you said discussion. I'm cool with that.
Discussion.
I'm cool.
Okay.
Yep. I'm cool with that. Yep. Discussions. Yep.
One.
Yep. That's all I have to say.
We out. Peace.
All right, so we still here. We cooking, man. I see you there, Mr. Phillips.
Come on, I want to take my 2 debaters. We out. Come on, let's go.
I'm out. Thank you, Sonetta. Appreciate it.
All right. Peace.
All right, Chris.
Family.
All right.
All right.
I got a question.
What's your question? All right, appreciate you, sis.
Did you agree with what she said about slavery?
Yeah, it was different.
Did
yeah,
you
it was
agree
different.
with what the sister said about slavery?
Yeah, it was different aspects of slavery. You talking about as far as what, the African slavery or the European slavery? That's the part talking about?
When they brought up slaves be a good servant to your earthly master in the Bible, do you agree with what her answer was, talking about it's different from the slavery that our ancestors went through?
I don't really study the text to know the context of the words. I would just generally say that they was talking about slavery. I think because as a matter of fact, that God in the Bible actually, he says, they sign off on slavery in the Old and New Testament. They absolutely do. Right. So it was talking about slavery. Now, as far as the types of slavery that they had in Africa, that's different. It's a little bit different. Yeah, it wasn't like that. 2 different things. Still slavery, still immoral, right? I will say that. Definitely immoral.
So let me ask you a question. That's a nice microphone you got right there, bro. It sounds like you're in the damn studio, man. I gotta give you flowers on that microphone, man.
Yeah, the people kind of helped me with this, so we good.
Okay. Okay. All right. So let me ask you a question.
Okay.
When did us as African Americans, Africans, Negroes, or whoever, whatever you want to call us, when were we introduced this Bible?
In America. I did a show last night. Go look at it. So we got introduced to the Bible in America. People, they run to Ethiopia, but the reality is African Americans, we got introduced to it in the Bible because they made our traditions illegal to practice. They wouldn't let you practice that. So, I mean, you're going to go to the only thing smoking, Christianity. A lot of them was Muslims, too. A lot of them was Muslims.
Ship, you know what I mean? Probably on the way onto the ship, that white Christians were, reading out their Bible and, soon as we was getting on them boats.
Yeah, I got a whole scholarly treatise on that. But go ahead.
So why didn't you push back on the sister? You know what I'm saying? I know, you and Jabari got your thing going and you want to bust his balls a little bit. You see what I'm saying? But the sister sat there and I don't play with slavery, but I hate when I hear a believer, I'm not gonna call a sister a coon, but when people, I say cooning for the Bible. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Trying to defend the slavery in the Bible and say it's different from the slavery our ancestors went through, knowing we were introduced to this Bible during the heart of our slavery. Before that, we wasn't running around here. Everybody had their own little old pocket Bible or their little smartphone with the Bible. We didn't get introduced to this Bible or Jesus or none of this mess until during the heart of our slavery.
Yeah, they had missionaries.
That's all I want you to do.
Yeah, they had missionaries too that went to Africa. The whole 9 yards. So I didn't. I disagreed with her the way she framed it, as far as that the Bible wasn't necessarily talking about it. I disagreed, but I didn't have time to do all that. But what I did appreciate was just the way she did her thing. You know what I'm saying? She didn't get ran over like everybody thought she was. She was definitely witty and she was definitely sharp and she know that damn Bible. So what I'm gonna tell you is
she's a good Christian apologist. She's a great, great, great Christian apologist. I give her that.
So listen, what I will tell everybody, take my critique. Check out what I'm saying. Do not get in the Bible with that lady. Stay out the damn Bible. If you jump in the Bible with her, she gonna beat you up. Matter of fact, if you got a religion you practice, you're gonna get beat up. See, that's why the show is entitled Brother Jabari, Christina, Nick, Jabari on the hot seat. The after show, Science is Undefeated. See, she can't get with me at all. None of them can. None of them can get with science and scientific literacy. That's why you always hear the religions amongst us. They'll say something, well, it's science in the Bible, it's science in the Quran, because it's something special about that thing they call science. It's something special about the thing the human beings created over millennium to get to this point. Right? So you cannot, I'm saying, once a person is good with that Bible, they can make that Bible talk. Remember, I was in New Wapping for 5 years. I had that Bible talking to you. Yeah, it's not science. It's all over the place, right? It's depending on the individual. It's depending on the religion.
You can make an argument. You can make an argument that it was scientific to separate the men from the babies and the women from the men, and go buck break the men in front of the women, right? At the same time indoctrinating us with this Bible. And going through a process of this over the generations, to where the fact is you can take the shackles off our ankles at one point, because now the shackles is on our brain. Can you argue that that's scientific?
No,
that's a scientific method right
Hold
there.
on. Don't jump in. Hold on. No, that's not what makes something science, because you repeat something. That's not what makes it science. Nope. Not at all, bro.
Yeah,
nope, that's not science. It's not science.
No, I'm not saying it's science, but I'm saying it's psychological.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's the psychological thing you're doing to a person.
That is a science.
No, it's not. See, that's where you mess. Listen what I'm trying to tell you. Listen what I'm saying. To say something is a science is not to say the thing itself is science or scientific. But trust me, I know what I'm talking about. You know, you can hit the wall 30 times. You can't say that's science. I hit the wall 30 times. I mean, what? Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? You can torture somebody, right? We realize I can sprinkle water on your head for 3 hours and you're gonna break. That's the science behind that. Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about using the scientific method. I'm talking about something that has been verified by different people in the blind. To see that we can repeat that over and over. That's two separate conversations. And this is where the religious people, they get with us with that when we don't really understand what science is. So, you know, we here on Sonata University. I ain't gonna never let a person define what they think science is. We can go right to the work to see what science is. It's empirical data, right? That doesn't mean that something doesn't work. That doesn't mean that the way they broke us didn't work. I'm saying, okay, it's not hard. You break people in prison. Anybody went to prison? No. They put you on a schedule. I was in boot camp, right? And so boot camp, what it do is it break the strong people down. I'm in there for 3 months, bro. They broke me down. But they break you down, they build you up. And the tougher you are, the more they go at you to break you down. They play psychological games with you in boot camp. I've been there, bro. I'm telling you. I've been there. So I'm saying, yes, it's a method to human beings doing that, but you would not call it scientific. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We gotta adhere to the strict rules.
Okay, my question to you: Is there such thing as a science of the psychic?
What?
Yeah, I'm talking about outside of laboratory work and like psychology, just working on somebody.
Yeah, you got psychology. You got psychology.
Is there such thing
you got psychology.
As a science on psychology, or
you got evolutionary psychology.
Is psychology itself a science?
Yes, that's a soft science. They call it a soft science.
Social science, actually. But yeah, social science. But whatever. Yeah. They're like the soft and the.
Yeah, but they didn't know they. Come on, man. It's like they was breeding.
I'm not gonna go against you.
No, you can go against me. That's part of science. That's what science do.
Go against JJ.
I have no reason to go against you because we agree damn near on everything. You see what I'm saying?
It's all good.
Hey, who's JJ? Oh man, come on, OJ.
That's Silent K. Wait a minute, is that Silent goddamn K? His cousin's an Israelite. We've been trying to get you to come on. Silent K.
It's his high. You don't want no. You want no smoke, sir.
No, I don't want no smoke.
Man, I'm trying to get you to come home and leave that doggone Hebrew mess alone.
I know you.
Okay.
Okay.
Man,
I know you, Silent K. Look at Reggie. Look at Reggie.
I'm gonna come. Yeah.
So, all right. Hey, Reggie.
Hey, say,
so,
man.
Still, we good. Look, so Reggie, there was something that was talked about on that show, and about the afterlife. You know, like the whole kingship was based around the after. The daggone religion was based off of people dying. You had cities of the dead before you had cities of the living in the Nile Valley. The oldest tradition is the human sacrifice thing. Okay, accompanying the pharaoh in the afterlife. That's just real, right? So you know, yeah, JJ gonna get a kick off of it, right?
Because I've been talking about it for 5 years, and Jabari been telling me.
I ain't gonna let you segue in like that. So all the work that they did, the building the pyramids, all of that was preparing for this man to have an afterlife, right? And the text and everything was based around that. Smash actually did a great job the other day. He was showing you scenes, right? The guy was trying to tell him was something else, but it still was for the afterlife. Am I tripping? Nobody was supposed to see that, bro. Nobody was supposed to break in there, take some pictures, put that shit in the museum. That never was supposed to happen. They never thought that this day would come and we'd be sitting here. People practice in an Egyptian religion. I don't know how, because they don't know what the hell a goddamn Egyptian religion was, but they do know about, the journey to the afterlife and all that, the focus on that. They do understand it. Am I wrong in that? Is that not an obituary? Did you not show me one of a woman? I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that, bro. Most people haven't laid their eyes on that. It was talking about a woman, but go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead, Reggie. Teach, Dr. Reggie.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. And one of the ways in which we know the human sacrifice is true is because we look at their neighboring groups, right? And so we know the Nubians continued to practice it, and then they actually continued to practice it until the 1950s in the Sudan. It was the civilization trying to cope with death, and how do you deal with people and so many deaths that were occurring in this culture at a young age. A lot of cardiovascular problems, just a lot of issues. And so these elements were never made to be redug up. When they buried them, that was the technology of the day. So they didn't think that the people would go back and dig it up, right? The grave goods. That was supposed to be for the people in its place, right? When they die, they go to their place, whatever their job was. In their mind, they put it in that they would do those jobs in the afterlife. So Unc is correct. And so when we have these problems or these issues about what did they practice in life, well, then I need to know, and I know it's the King's law. Whatever the King's law was, what you practice in life, good or bad. Right? It wasn't the religion that was building it to be now, right? But you have to give it to the Africans because this is what you call Genesis cultures, the burials, the writings, right? The religious thinking, right? All happened in Africa and nowhere else. And those other groups of people in the Levant and stuff, we look at their material culture, it just wasn't there. And when it was there, it was transported by the Africans. So we will continue these types of conversations, but we will look at the experts. Like we can't just listen to people talk. Like, okay, pull it up. Let's see. And so that's what we do on our channels. That's what we do on Sonetta University and the channel that I work on under Sonetta, Black News 102 and Smash Rockwell. We go and see, well, first, what does the expert say, right? It doesn't matter what Brother Reggie says. And so Unc is one of those people. He can't go 5 minutes without pulling up a source. He just won't do it. Unc just won't do it. It's just not in his constitution to be having a conversation for 10 minutes without pulling up a source. This talk stuff is irrelevant. I'll stop.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I see you, Mr. Phillips.
When you do that.
How you doing, Mr. Phillips, man? What's going on with you, brother?
Doing good, bro. Peace.
Good to have you through.
Brother Reggie, peace, man. Long time.
Hey, Brother Phillip, how you doing?
Good to see bro. You. Good. Tired, but good. Working a lot right now,
Look at your library. Look at this, man. Oh, you should be chopping people up, man. You should be pulling. You should just be pulling off the shelves. You know.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question, Philip? Are those all your books? Are you like home right now?
I'm home, bro.
That's a lot of books, brother.
Yeah, I have more at the back. I've been reading.
Hey, brother Philip, what do I recommend you to be? Hey, what for our community?
I don't remember.
Now tell the world, a judge, because you got all these books. Yeah. He got all these books. He will be a great judge, and he has a judging system. How he judge you on quorum.
Okay, for the panels. For
that part, y'all probably say I would lose on that part. Your sources. I mean, if y'all were looking for somebody to be a judge,
maybe one y'all can answer this question,
talk to this brother right here. I'm done speaking now, so I can cut in. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want, if I could, just real quick, if I could, you know, I know you like to be careful with the word science, but brother, the Willie Lynch method is tried and proven. That is science, and that shit is still working to this day, and there's evidence to support that claim all over the place.
Yeah, that's pseudo. That book was pseudo. As a matter of fact, the language written in the actual book didn't even match it with the language they would have been speaking back then. So, like, for instance, right? If I say, yo, what's good, man? And 2,000 years from now, they go back and they hear me saying, yo, they can actually look in the lexicon. They can actually look in books of that time to figure out when that word came. You got like engrams right now. We can put in the word sub-Saharan Africa, and you start finding that recently in the 1990s, right? So what I'm telling you is, let me finish. Don't cut me off. Don't cut me off, bro.
Talking about two different things, brother.
We had a high-level conversation around here.
You gotta stop cutting people off.
Come on, I don't need your help, JJ. I don't need your help,
yo. You do that
yo.
to me.
I don't need your help,
I let him do it, then he cut you off.
JJ, I don't need your help, bro.
But no, I'm saying, tell him to stop cutting me off too.
I don't need your help, though, bro.
Yeah, but you, all right, I know, but I just said
okay, nigga, look, man, you get me hype. Chill out. Everybody relax.
Right, go ahead.
We do the high level thing. So, brother, what am I saying wrong? What are you saying? I ain't doing all that. He lost his mind, man. See, we try to have an organized, healthy conversation these days. Yeah, I'm 56 now, and I feel like I don't got to cuss y'all out. I've been realized y'all can't get around me. And I've been realized that I give y'all all the tools, right, to be my equal. So that's up to y'all if y'all want to get on board. We can run around the merry-go-round and do all that, but I'm telling you, science is undefeated. I actually give y'all the program to make sure none of your family members will end up in a cult again. I actually give y'all the program to recognize you can have your God over here, right, but have science and know when to apply the shit. So back to you, brother. You said what? What was it that I mischaracterized that you were saying? You think the Willie Lynch, based off the book Willie Lynch, right?
Well, no, not off the book. When
okay, let's get away from the book.
When you look at the Willie Lynch letters.
Oh, you went back to that. That's the book.
Well, okay, if we looking at the book, there was specific instruction that he noted based on how he ran his plantation. There was very specific things that he did, very specific ways that he did them. And this was repeated by southern slave owners. Those methods work. That means that he came up with a hypothesis. You know, the experiment was ran, and it came to find out that yes, you can actually control your slaves better by pitting them against each other. You can conclude that from the results that they began to get when they started to actually run those methods.
Okay, so we heard that, and I'm telling you, it's not a historical document, one. Two, the language written, it would have been written in modern times, not in slavery times. This is something you cannot get around. I'm going to say it again. The letters weren't real letters. Probably was some crazy white person last week wrote it. Playing with y'all head. And if you really think about it, anybody being in that type of situation, going chill, you know, like everybody deal with pressure a little different, bro. You know, if you ever been locked up in prison, man, it's going to be, you get certain hierarchies. Certain people fall in play. They don't got nothing to do with white. See, watch this. The white man don't got that kind of power to do that like that, bro. So that means it works some of the time. You know, people was getting up off there. People was fighting. People was leaving. They was poisoning people. These are the things you'll never hear. So no, the Willie Lynch letter is something to fake y'all out today. That's not a historical document. The language in it, and I was trying to explain to you, the language in the letter wouldn't have been language that they would have used in that day. And I could do a whole show on that. So I'm just saying, that shit sound good. It did. I got faked out by it too. But now I give you the tools. If I say, look, we can look that up and show you that the actual language, certain words would not have been used in that time, would you say, all right, yo, you got me? Because you know that's what I do. I ain't gonna say it unless I already went through it. I went through that 10 years ago, brother.
And I'm fine with you. I'm fine with you on that. You know, like, but what I'm saying, I'm talking about the method itself. And the reason why I say that is because this psychologist, I think she's a psychologist, I don't want to misquote this, but Oprah had brought her in not too, this might have been 10, 15 years ago. And she basically ran a similar experiment, but she didn't use skin color this time. She only used she separated people in the show by ones who had darker eyes and lighter eyes. And basically what she did, she didn't tell them why she separated them. And I'll find her name for you. But she didn't tell them why she separated them. But she started doing different things, you know, in the show. Like she's being very rude to the people with lighter eyes because most of them in the audience would have been white anyway. So she started being rude to them. She was cutting them off. And you know what I'm saying? And basically being nicer to, you know, the people with the darker eyes in the audience. It was a very smaller experiment, but it showed and proved that if you can use different tools, and this is a psychological experiment. I put it in the chat because I can pull it up on YouTube. I forgot the doctor's name, but
yeah, pull that up so we can see the study. Here go the source: Willie Lynch speech. We're getting right to it. Here you go. Put this in your pseudo killer folder, right? Put in your pseudo killer folder. Put in your real black atheist folder. Put it in your Sarnetta University. It says the Willie Lynch speech, also known as the Willie Lynch letter, is an address purportedly delivered by Willie Lynch to an audience on the banks of the James River in Virginia in 1712 regarding control of slaves within the colony. In recent years, it has been widely exposed as a hoax. Yeah, we ain't doing all that around here, yo. Y'all can finish reading this, do it how y'all want to do it. Right? I don't got time to do that. Yeah, it's too much. We getting it all the way in. We get it out of there. We get it out the way, yo. We look at sources, we read documents. I have to be responsible when I say something out my mouth. And this is basically why I came into the community, because Negro Opinions wasn't being responsible. They was doing the same thing that Malachi York was doing on a lower level. Right? All of them are charlatans. That's why they just don't like me. They show. That's why they say I'm a hater. Watch this. I'm the biggest hater of them all because I sat for 2 years, fought against white people to get the black community, right? High level science, but I'm a hater. People love people like Rizza Islam. He had y'all out there drinking some daggone mushrooms. You know what I'm saying? Fighting against a bacteria, a virus. But I'm the hater, right? Pan-African groups, black nationalist groups, the red, the black, and the green, talking against high-level science. They really talking against their ancestors and don't know it. They always howling and screaming about how much they don't like white people, how much you need our own, but you run right back to the white people. Because maybe I'm confused. I thought our thing was to realize that Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, okay, put us in a position of servitude and slavery mentally. I thought that's what it was. So why leave that, then go to another group of white people called the New Age community? Madam Mavowski and the boys. The most ridiculous thing ever. So I'm the guy that stand up there and say, look, man, no matter what y'all think it is, I'm going to give you what it is. That science is the tradition of our ancient ancestors. Watch this. People say, well, that's the white man science you teaching. I say, well, damn, y'all just said black people did everything. So if black people did everything, when the hell did science become the white man science? None of this shit makes no sense. I'm not telling you not to believe in God. I don't even care. What I'm telling you is there's another thing that human beings has invented and is undefeated. Only science can defeat. Good science can defeat science. That's it. Better science. Ain't no getting around that. Nature. So let me show you this real quick, right? When we see we got somebody in a apostle, do not come on here and do too much. We don't want to do that. Don't do too much.
Another question.
Yeah, you gotta get your mic fixed though or something.
Let me respond to the brother.
No,
real quick,
no, you don't. Somebody's asking a question. Come on, man. Is that Mr.
His
Wilkins?
mic is okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right, you feel like you want to ask a question? Silent K, what's up, brother? No, you.
All right, okay, all right. I'm next. I was next. I got two questions. I was next.
Hold
I
on,
got
that's
two questions,
JB the
man.
God.
All right,
That's
one
you.
for you and one
No,
for
that
Brother
ain't you.
Reggie.
Hold on, Claude. Hold on, Claudius. That's you.
No, I'm just Silent K right here, man.
Who was
That's
trying to
Silent K.
talk?
Hey,
That
all
was
right,
you.
this is my two-part question. One for all right, this Silent K. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can y'all
go
hear
ahead.
me?
We can hear you.
All right. And my best Black Jesus voice. Brother, can you hear me? All right. Is Reggie, are you there, Reggie? Like Reggie
Yeah,
just
I'm
stepped
here.
off. I wanted to ask him
No, I'm here.
about
He here.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
here.
Okay, all right. Two questions. One for Unc and one for you. The question I have for you is considering what y'all was just talking about as far as the 42 negative confessions being for the death, for after death. I don't know how true this is. I heard somebody say something about back when they wake up in the morning, they say, I will not do these things. And then before they go to bed at night, they said, I have not do these things. Is there any truth to that?
No,
No, they made that up.
that's what the modern practitioners
They made that up.
do.
Yeah, they made it.
Yeah. What they're all conscious of in that civilization is what the law that the king gives. So whatever the law, what the king comes and he puts it on a stele, or they go from house to house, that's what they know. Ma'at is later. That's in the fourth, fifth dynasty, right? That occurs largely in the pyramid text, and still that is still the king's law, right? At that particular point, we have an idea of what the law of the land was about what you can do and what you cannot do. It's simply today, you know what you can do and what you can't do. You don't recite the civil and the criminal law in the morning. You know what you can do and what you can't do, right? And the great lines, you're just taking a chance. So that's what the modern day practitioners are doing. But that's not true in ancient Egypt. It's just simply no evidence. And again, we are on Ankh show, and we care about the evidence. Where's the evidence of this?
Yeah, so no, they don't. Nah, we ain't gonna go for that. But that's that's the new age. That's not ancient African religion right there, right? So let me show you something. So I think the Willie Lynch letter was a good one, where I could kind of bring that out. But watch this. This is even better. All y'all heard this. Look, I know all y'all heard this before. We all heard this before. Let me show you something. This is specifically why I went and did my Greek studies. So we talking about Thales, okay? Thales a Malay. Let me hold on. I want to be able to say that right. I don't want to mess that up. Get the proper. How are they saying that? Miletus. Thales of Miletus, right? Now he's a naturalist. Okay. I want to come right here and type and hit this. 7 Sages of Greece. Now, Thales of Miletus, 624. Okay. 546 is the first well-known philosopher. He's a mathematician. We're talking about math, we're talking about logic. Okay. An astronomer. All right. That's an ancient Nubian thing. It say the ancient biographer Diogenes. I can't even hold on. How you say his damn name? Hold on. We're gonna get this round. We mess up these Greek names. Laertius attributes the aphonemes know thyself engraved on the front facade of the temple of Apollo in the Delphi to Thales. Now, we all thought this came from Africa. We heard it, know thyself. No, that's a Greek thing. That's a Greek thing. Go find that on any African temple. Now, Reggie been to Egypt. Hey, Reggie, have you ever seen that right there on any temple?
Well, okay, so the ancient Egyptians have a sign. So you're correct about what you're saying.
That's all. Hold on, wait. So don't jump nowhere else. Don't turn that left. Stay right where I'm at. I want to stay right here. I don't want to, I want to stay right where I'm at.
I just wanted to be honest about something. They have a lore of the Bayadet, and that's the winged scarab. However, that's a whole lore. But you will see that on every temple wall, and that's when Horus had to grow up in that mythology and beat his uncle for kingship. So that's a lore, but the Greeks created, as Ankh said, know thyself. They simplified the lore. Okay.
I don't know what the hell you just said.
Okay.
But my point is,
he's expounding on what I just asked him.
My point is, we study for clarity, man. The reason why we all coming to this point, man, because we tired of people making shit up, and we want to figure out how we can get them. We can get them through science. We want to know, like Europeans got theology school. They not just running around being religious. They actually got the study of theology. Like theology don't say Jesus Christ walked on water. And for the life of me, I don't even understand how the Christians don't even listen to their own theologians. It's crazy. It's the craziest thing ever. You get a doctorate degree in theology. You're not talking about Jesus actually walked on water. You're not actually talking about that Abraham was this and that. That's not what theology does. Okay. So when a preacher gets that doctorate in theology, for me and my money, he's actually just lying to his parishioners at that point. Because he didn't move to the level of theology, and he's separating his beliefs. All right. And I'm saying we have the ability to learn and still believe. Our beliefs are our beliefs, but it's not scientific. And so, in nausea, I'm tired of people saying,
okay, this is my last
I'm teaching
question.
white people stuff. Well, go ahead. We want to let somebody else get in here. Where you at, JB the God? You can come back.
This is my last question. This is my last question.
No, just hold that. Hold that. Hold that.
I'm about to go. I gotta go.
No, you can't hit with the woo job. I'm about to go. That's the woo job. I'm about to go and then getting 3 more. Nope. Let somebody else get in. I got you.
I got it. I'm at work, man.
You at work?
It's a 2-second question.
You tricked me. Go ahead. You tricked me. It was a good one. You got me.
I am at work. I'm in a big truck.
So you're a truck driver. So you really drive. But go ahead, man. Ask the question. Go ahead. Yeah. I'm gonna let somebody else and go for it.
I'll pull it over to jump on.
All right. I'm gonna mess your money.
I've been wanting you to explain this. I want you to explain this. You probably explained it. I didn't hear it. I've been hearing something about some laboratory leaks in Wuhan or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about it. I'm asking you. Can you Yeah. I
mean, real quick.
Expound on them lab leaks?
Yeah, real quick. At no time since the beginning of the pathogen, okay, SARS-CoV-2, the novel SARS-CoV-2, novel means for the first time in the history of humanity, this particular pathogen has came in contact with our immune system. Understand that. At no time has scientists ever said that there wasn't a possibility for a lab leak. They've never said that. And so anybody saying that to you, they're lying. They don't have these books right here. Look. They don't have these. They don't care. They don't care about you. They don't have the Principles of Virology, 5th edition by Vincent Racconella, book 1 and book 2. Go ahead and spend yourself $80 a piece. They don't have these. This is a college level textbook. So scientists have never said that there wasn't a possibility that it couldn't be a lab leak. What they said was, remember how science works? We talked about this the other day. Go back and listen to the show. We talked about probabilities. The probability of it being a lab leak was very minimum, very, very low. So if we was going to lean to one side or the other, we would lean to the side that no, it was a natural occurring pathogen. And how do we know this? Because if it was a lab leak, right, there's two options here. There's a couple options here. Okay. Somebody got it naturally, right? Or they separated it in the lab, okay, and it got out the lab and Woonam near the markets and all that, right? What they do know is that it went down one side of the river going towards the daggone lab, not away from the lab. So if it came from the lab, you would actually see the cases start to pop up as it move away from the lab. That's not what's happening. Another thing, the way this virus is constructed, it's a naturally occurring virus. But if a virologist made it, he would be the greatest virology known to man ever, because he had actually created something before nature did. See, they actually found certain things, certain markers in this particular virus, right? The way it was constructed, they found it in nature. So how was it that a human being was actually better than nature at making something that would later on pop up? Once again, the pseudo is working off your ignorance of said subject matter. Okay, the last report they just had, the last report they just said, right? I forget, it wasn't even a daggone, it was like the electric commission, something stupid like that. I'm not listening to people who deal with electrician on no damn viruses. Where are the virologists? The United States government got NIH, right? CDC got their own scientists. The World Health Organization got their own scientists. White people don't even trust their own scientists, so they got their own independent scientists. None of them is right there with that. But once again, right, we will always leave that open because that's the way science is.
Virus
I would like to add.
Oh, come on, virus is natural. Virus is not natural. Virus is man-made.
Okay, I would like to add. Okay, there are.
Hey Reggie. Hey Reggie.
Oh,
hey Reggie.
Man,
hey Reggie. Hey Reggie. Did you hear what Mr. Phillips said though? Claudia said viruses are man-made.
Oh,
go ahead, Reggie.
Okay. Oh well, what I would like to add that there's a possible another alternative is that human interaction with these animals, right, that may have created the SARS virus. The problem is not necessarily a lab link, but a lab association, a lab leak, but a lab association, because you do have humans that go out there and catch these exotic animals, and it could have jumped from one of these animals to a human being, right? But it is still novel. So we don't know, but there is the idea of a gain of function. And
yeah, you lost that one before, Reggie. You lost that 2 years ago.
And the degrees of function. I didn't lose it. I just chose not to debate it with you.
Yeah, you lost that, Reggie.
That is
no, you're trying to
virus
talk to me.
That's not me, Reggie.
In blood.
Hey, Claudius.
They don't have a blood virus. Cannot.
Hey, Claudius.
You are speaking pseudoscience. Those are light sciences. Viruses are created in labs. No virus.
All right, man. Natural. We heard you.
That is lie.
All right, we got you, brother. Get your mic fixed and maybe you can get beat up for real. Right now, we can't even hear how you gonna get beat up. Go get your mic, bro.
But I gotta chill. This is
Go ahead, Reggie. You want to say something?
So no, my whole point of it is we don't know for sure. So let the scientists work it out.
I kind of don't like the way you said that, Reggie. Because they work in probabilities, Reggie. And see, this has always been my issue with you, Reggie.
In science,
no,
man.
Reggie. See, now you crying. Now you're gonna give me. Go ahead, Reggie. Go down your credentials. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying I'm not.
No, go ahead,
not
Reggie.
Go
ahead, Reggie.
I'm saying that when you have, for example, is this true or not? That catchers in China have to wear protective gear. Bat catchers sometimes get bitten.
Absolutely, Reggie.
Right. And they have to isolate themselves.
Absolutely, Reggie.
Okay, so great. So all I'm just trying to say is that there are different alternatives we don't know, right?
Reggie.
Don't know. But
it's probabilities, Reggie.
I'm trying to figure that out.
No, you trying to figure it out. The scientists understand the probabilities. You trying to figure it out. Remember, you the one with the degree, right? That's you. What lab you in working these probabilities out, Reggie?
Well,
I'm saying it's confusing. The science is already confusing, though, Reggie. So when you say they don't know, Reggie, stop it. That's my point. You confusing the audience at that point. Just for my money. I'm just saying, bro.
Okay, I'm timing out.
Oh, yeah, you're running.
Can I get in here? Huh?
Yes, you can.
All right. The brother was talking about the old lady named Jane Ellis, the blue-eye, dark-eye experiment, where she go into a room and basically what she does, she by the color of their eyes, she treat people to show white folk that say there's no racism or I don't know what they're all upset about. We treat them good. She used light eye, dark eye to prove a point that white folk are racist and they don't even know it. Her name is Jane Ellis, I think, old white woman. She's been teaching kids for years.
Elliot.
So she has a very powerful, you can look her name up, man. She has a very powerful platform where she go around from country to country, state to state. I think she's originally from England. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
But she teach white folk how to see themselves, how to look at themselves, when normally they wouldn't look at themselves.
Okay.
By doing it by eye color.
Got you. Go ahead, Mike. You wanted to say something? Somebody wanted to get in?
Yeah. What's good, y'all?
How you doing, brother?
All right. So
welcome to the show.
I appreciate it. And I got two questions. One is it's scientific. It's just a thought I had, and really, it's really you, because I think you qualify to answer this question. So, if we did a world census, there's about between 7.5 to 8 billion people on the planet, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I was thinking, I say, damn, what is it that keeps the sun burning? Because I hear a lot of people talk about what the sun may be made up of, but they never ask what keeps it burning. And so from a scientific standpoint, a fire, I'm not saying that the star is just, that the sun is just fire, but if we're dealing with fire has to have oxygen to keep going, right?
It's not fire.
Come on, Reggie, you yelling and messing up the thing. Relax.
Well, Reggie, like I'm not a scientist, so yeah, you correct me anytime because I'm just trying to figure something out.
Finish your question, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, like, is it possible that the sun actually feeds from the 7.5, feeds off of the 7.5 to 8 billion people on the planet, and then gives the energy back to us like a reciprocal thing? Or does it just stand alone and just do what it do? If that makes sense.
You're a funny guy. you saying that you serious?
Like I'm dead ass serious, bro.
Damn.
But, yeah.
Okay, hold on. So Reggie said it. He gave up the thing.
Okay.
The sun is not actually, it's not fire.
Right. Okay.
It's fusion. What you have is you have atoms fusing together.
Okay.
It's fusion. It's not fission. Okay. Now, what humans produce on planet Earth is called fission. That's the splitting of atoms. Thermonuclear weapons, it leave a byproduct that's radioactive. That's why it's horrible. It's horrible. It's not clean. But the sun actually has clean energy. It's fusion, right? They trying to figure out. Look at the story called the boy that reached fusion in his daggone garage. He did it. He fused atoms together. Craziest shit ever. That doesn't leave a radioactive byproduct. So no, the sun is actually fighting against gravity. Okay, these atoms are fusing together and it's producing energy. Now, over the time lifespan of a sun, right, gravity is always pushing it, trying to push it down, right? And so when it runs out of available fuel, right, it will implode on itself. All right, they call it a white dwarf. The center will become solid. It will no longer produce enough energy to keep the sun from collapsing on itself. right? So it collapses on itself and it explodes. It goes supernova white dwarf, and it expands 3, 4, 5 times its size and explodes. This is what happened to our sun. So no, the sun is not dependent on human beings at all.
Okay. See, so when we look at the human, the regular body temperature of human, we walk around normally. Excuse me. We walk around normally at about what 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, something like that. And I was just thinking, man, if you do the math, and I was just doing this at home one day. I was like, damn, we got damn near 8 billion people on the planet walking around at 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Like, if you put all that together, that's a lot of damn heat on the earth, man. Probably damn near hotter than the sun. What you think?
What you saying? Niggas draw heat.
Well, we know that's the truth.
No, that's not true. No, that never was true.
That is, you put a bunch of people in a room with the AC on, you gonna have to drop the temperature. That motherfucker, man. Come on, bro. We know that now.
But that's all human beings, bro. That's not black.
Yeah,
It was a good joke. It was funny. Yeah, it was funny. So no, man. Once again, human being temperature, thermoregulated, meaning the body self-regulates it. Your hair helps regulate the temperature. They actually did an experiment. They took a mannequin. They did not put no hair on the mannequin. They shined a bright light on it, and the mannequin started to heat up. They put hair on it, and the mannequin didn't heat up. So they realized that their hair, right, specifically that coarser hair, actually help your body maintain that constant temperature of 90 or 98.6 degrees, right? So it's your hair, it's your skin color, your melanin and all that. You know what I'm saying? Uromelanin, theomelanin. There's actually 3 types of melanin. One is neuromelanin, and that's actually everybody. As a matter of fact, everybody has a melanin. Neuromelanin is dealing with the nervous system. So the point I want to make here is that no, you put all the people together. That's not it. The animals have temperatures like lizards and stuff like that. They got to get in the sun. They're not thermoregulated. They got to have sun. That's why you see them all out early in the morning, right? Lizards and stuff like that. Alligators, I believe. Crocodiles, I believe. Yeah, they need the sun to heat up, and you know what I'm saying. And then they good. But if they don't get that sun, they done. They done.
Okay. Last thing.
All right, last thing.
Now I'm gonna jump. Now I'm gonna go. All right, we dealt with science. I'm gonna jump on religion. Have y'all noticed that all the religion people are trying to get into this history, trying to get into the historicity of religion, but you notice that they adopted the religion first and did the damn and trying to do the history on the back end versus trying to do the history first and then seeing like, okay, damn, I'm gonna deal with this. I'm gonna deal with this religion based on my research. But they operating backwards. What you think about that?
Yeah, Reggie can tell you that. Yeah, right around Reggie. Like we all came into this backwards though. That's the wild part. All of us, everybody on this panel. Yeah, we all came in ass backwards. So first of all, we came in thinking that the ancestors had superpowers. We all did, yo, and that older was definitely better, and that we need to do something different than white people. Like everybody, that's the reason we here, right? Yeah, so that's backwards. We should have did a comprehensive study of religion, period.
Yeah, I get it. But a lot of these religious people, they come on and they go to debate science and we letting them into these debate platforms, which ain't bad. But I'd be like, how can a person that was given a religion, got a belief, but then want to get in the ring and go to debate? Like damn, then you get your religion first and you just start, and then you start researching the religion 20 years later after you've been in the religion 20 years. Now you want to try to validate the damn religion with history. That's just crazy to me right there. But hey man, I appreciate you for having me on.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Appreciate you coming through, man. We in a good space, man. What's going on, sis? How you doing? How you say your name? Sakana? Did I say that right? You want to add something to the conversation, sis? Am I say your name right?
It's Sakina. How you doing?
Sakina, okay. How you doing, sis? How you feeling?
I had 2 questions for you. The first question is a quick question about the Medu Nutter. So I don't necessarily think it was deciphered, just
Okay.
based on logic, not based on any kind of knowledge that I have on it. Just
Okay.
logic on, the symbols. But my question is for people who are considered knowledgeable, like let's say SETI,
Mhm.
he doesn't believe it was deciphered.
Right.
So where is he getting his stories and what is he basing his stuff on? Like, do you know?
So you just answered your own question. That's
Well,
incredible.
another source, so that's why I was asking, because I'm sure he's not coming out he can't say I don't believe it's deciphered at the same time use stuff from it.
Yeah, so that's why I always call him Sarah Stupid Seti. I'm just, I'm really being funny, but you can't call yourself Seti, which is an Egyptian name. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on. How you know what your name say? How you know what your name is if it has not been deciphered? You wouldn't know. And then how are we actually like Walter Williams? His whole career is based off of Egypt. The whole conscious community is based off of Egypt. How's my name Uncle Cat? You know what I'm saying?
To you, then someone who does believe it was deciphered, the only reason why I say that I don't think it could be deciphered is because even today, if I took my hand and I put up the peace sign, hundreds of years from now, that can mean two. It can mean I'm leaving, deuces. It can mean let's be peaceful. It can mean so many things. So how can a symbol be interpreted today?
Oh, okay. And watch this. You just made the same mistake that the French and the British made. They made that same, and the Greeks made. They all made the same mistake. And as long as they kept making that same mistake, that it was just pictures and just simple, you know what I'm saying? They couldn't do it. But you got Thomas Young, and then Reggie can elaborate more. You got Thomas Young, and who was the other guy? Thomas Young is a physicist,
Champollion.
and Champollion, right? And they what they did was they started saying, wait a minute, man. It's not what you just said, since they realized it wasn't just a picture. They was treating it like that. When they realized that it was an actual language, an actual written script, that's when it opened up for them. They treated it different. So like, look, watch this. So if I write this down, I'm gonna show everybody, look. If I do this, right? All right. So y'all can see that. That's a A, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, but actually, look, it's really a bull head. This is definitely a symbol for a bull head, but it's not. It's a symbol that has a sound. And it's going to be that same sound 1,000,000 years from now. So once you start to decipher the thing, you can figure out the sound. So the alphabet, they're all symbols, but it's actually attributed A, B, C, D, E, F, G. They're actually sounds. So, but although they're symbols, but they're actually sounds. And when they realized that it wasn't just a picture, it was actually a sound, then they started treating it like any other language. And that's how they was able to start to decipher it. Reggie, you want to add something to that though?
Not much, but sister, we live in 2023. And so we have a lot of things going on. We have programming languages and different scripts, right? So let's just start where we are right now. The human mind and our tools and our technology allow us to solve problems that we couldn't solve before. In the decipherment, and thanks for listening, the issue is there's a method. The method is if you have a known language and an unknown language, right? Together, right? Together, written together, right? Then there is some possibility of decipherment. When you have a known script and an unknown script put together, there's possibilities of decipherment. What happened with the decipherment of the Metanetra, you had Greek, and then you had two scripts that weren't deciphered, the Demotic, and you had the hieroglyphics. But we had the Greek, which was known. So we had kings' names in there. And the king's names helped us get to some phonetic commonality. And then through the last language of the ancient Egyptians, which was the Coptic language, right? This is a language that that had Greek and ancient Egyptian sound components. Then we got to understanding, well, the sun means Ra in Coptic, or Re, Ra, and so we were able to add to that. So how can I say now it can be proven? It actually can be proven by the tools that we have. But and also we have this large corporate